there is this uncomfortable truth when it comes to manifesting, and that is it can actually get way worse before it gets better. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you why this happens and why nothing seems to work when you're in that phase, and what you can actually do to shift to get out of this phase, to stop sabotaging yourself, and so that you don't sabotage the relationship you desire and you deserve. The moment you start thinking more about what you actually desire, that is the moment that everything that has been blocking this desire to come true is coming up, and it is boiling up often all at once. So let's see if this is you. So you've met this person, or you focus on someone that you really want to be with, and you feel like hit with this deep connection. It may be a twin flame connection or another kind of connection where you feel, wow, this goes actually deep. And of course you want to be with them. That's why you're watching this video, right? That is why you probably got into manifesting in the first place. But when you want to be with someone and you're not, then this lack, it can just feel stronger than before. Before you met them, you may have been single, and then you didn't feel the absence so much. Maybe you were hoping to find someone, but the moment we connect with someone and we feel this, then we notice even more that they're not there. So now when we're sitting on our couch in the evening after work, before you met them, it was like ordinary evening. You just, watch Netflix or whatever. But now it's like, oh my God, I want to be with them. Why are they not here? So now this evening feels longer and more unpleasant than it was before. Maybe you even feel more lonely than before because they're not here, because you realize even more what was actually missing this entire time. And for some of you, especially on a twin flame journey, it may feel like people you like your friends, they also start pulling away. So it may be your friends, your family, and many of your connections, they just shift. And all of a sudden, you feel more alone than ever before or since a long time. And this is the moment where it starts like everything is going to go wrong, like this downward spiral. But let's talk about what actually happens. You're not being punished, okay? It's not that anything is going wrong with you. You're also not doing something wrong. It is just all of a sudden you're seeing everything that was already there. The things that maybe you have oppressed are now coming to the surface. All of the old stories, the old assumptions, the old experiences, the fear of being abandoned, maybe that you have oppressed so neatly in that tiny box where you didn't have to look at it before you met this person. Maybe it's the fear of not being chosen, and it may have been a situation in your last relationship, but again, you oppressed it because you're no longer attached to that past person, but you never really dealt with it, and now it comes boiling up. All of your beliefs about love and everything just comes up at once, like this volcano. The reason is that you cannot take all of that into the relationship you want, and you've been manifesting this person. So now everything that has stopped this manifestation from actually coming through is coming to the surface that you can now address it. So this is actually a part of your manifestation to get you to the goal in the fastest way possible. Because how do you clear something that you are no longer aware that it was there in the basement of your subconscious mind, you could basically say? It's time for spring cleaning. And this is also the reason why nothing you can do in the 3D life works. No matter how often you reach out, nothing will stick. So let's talk about why the 3D action, let's call them like this, why they fail. Talking doesn't fix it. Explaining yourself to the other person, if maybe they have gone, they ghosted you, it doesn't fix it. Trying to convince them does not work, doesn't fix it. It doesn't matter if you're trying to negotiate, try to persuade them, chase them. That will just push them further away, by the way. None of it will work. It's because you haven't shifted yet internally. If you recognize yourself in this phase and you don't know how to shift, then you can actually reach out for coaching and work with me directly. I will show you the exact steps and patterns, step by step, because if you're trying to fix it from the outside by talking to the other person, that is what will keep people stuck, sometimes for even years. I have seen it happen. What actually needs to change? Basically, your image about love that you have accumulated when it comes to past relationship, but also maybe by observing your parents growing up. Your assumptions about the person you love, they need to change. If you assume they're not there, they don't want me, they're not reaching out, that is what's going to show up and continue to play out in your reality. We need to shift your assumptions about relationships. And maybe you have to believe that people are not dependable because that is what you have experienced. Maybe you have experienced people not being committed to you or not trustworthy. Those are all assumptions based on your old stories within your subconscious, and those assumptions are now projected back to you through the other person, and they will get projected back to you as long as they are active within you. And that is why all of this now shows up, because it gives you the opportunity to actually tackle it. Because basically everyone is you pushed out. So this person is the projection of something that is within you first. So this is where we fix it. We don't fix it with the other person. Persuading, threatening, begging, or doing ultimatums, none of it will work. It needs to start within yourself. They can only mirror what is within you first. But the good thing is, once you shift, they will have to mirror that shift as well. What's important is this is not about failure. It's just exposure of what is still there within your subconscious. And now it is no longer subconscious, because now you actually see it. It is happening. It is shown to you. It is made conscious. Everything that blocks your desire from coming in is now resurfacing, so it can be changed. And yes, it does feel quite uncomfortable. I know. If you have been trying to manifest them and it didn't work, you can of course get the little freebie I have. It's an ebook, an entire ebook with the 3 most common blocks when it comes to manifesting them, and of course how to resolve them. If you want to know all of the 18 blocks I have found, you can get the entire book Manifesting 101. You will find both in the link tree in the description box below. This is also where you will find my contact information and other social media if you're interested in personal coaching. But the thing is, you cannot control the situation, you cannot control the other person, you cannot control outcomes. All you can do is shift yourself. So this is the question: do you want to have control by reaching out to them, or do you actually want to have your person? You cannot have both. So when things get worse, it doesn't mean it's not working. It means it actually is working. Your manifestation is working, and by showing you what needs to change first. If you want to know why it is actually harder manifesting a specific person than manifesting anything else, you can check out this video right here. Because no, you're not making it up. It is not that easy, but absolutely it is possible. This is what I'm here for, and my other content, and of course personal coaching. We will get you there. I'll see you in that video. Bye bye.